All right, welcome back everybody for our final block for the center of our quilt. Next month we'll be doing the finishing kit, and just to let you know as a heads up, the finishing kit will be 2 video tutorials. The first tutorial will go over all the appliques for these branches. So there are multiples. You'll see the spruce, there's 2, the cedar, there's 2 aspen, 2 birch, and there's actually 6 of the willow. So what I'll do in the video tutorials, we'll do one of everything so you know how to do them. And then for the final video tutorial, I'm gonna you'll get to see my face on that one because I'm gonna go over to where my quilt top is hanging, the one that I finished that's not on the book colors, that's the actual color we've been working on, the new color here, and just go over the steps in the book on how you assemble everything, putting on your borders, putting on your pieced border, and then also getting your appliques in place for the finishing part of it, and your little cathedral windows and all of that stuff. So we'll go over that process in a second tutorial where you'll actually get to see me. Okay, so let's get into our lady slipper block. So I've got my kit here, and I'm actually going to toss it out of the way because I have another kit that's ready to go. And this one, all my appliques are labeled. I've got my cathedral window appliques, got my 10.5-inch square for my background, got my little scissors, got my photocopy, and my book. Okay, so I'm just going to move a few things. Get my book over here out of the way so I can see my instructions. Turn on my light table. Get my block in place. Lined up in my little guides. Okay, so first step, step A, arrange leaves A and B. So A is this one, B is this one, and they have 2 parts. So we're going to look for, here we go, A1. Pop that out. And A2. Got a couple little threads sticking out. I haven't really had to clip threads in the last couple of them, which has been nice. So A2 kind of goes up the center. B1. It says 1B. Here it is. Don't do 1B because 1B is actually part of the flower in here, the little bud. I want to find B1, which is a light green. And this is actually this part. So line up along this right edge, and then B2, which is in the darker green. Okay, and then now we're going to do, oh, and then it says after leaves A and B, then we're going to do stem and leaf C. So the stem is in this light green. And what we just want to make sure is that the stem is hidden underneath the flower, just a little bit, and that it comes down here and it will go underneath leaf C. And then we're going to grab leaf C, which is this dark green. Okay. All right. So then step B, leaf D1. And if it just says D1, don't put D2. We're doing D1 and then flower 1. So D1 is actually follow again the right edge when you lay it down in the guide. And then we're going to do flower 1. So we want 1A, which is this light green. And it's this little bit sticking out right here. 1B, which is this darker green. and it kind of crosses over that and then tucks in there. 1C, which is this brighter yellow, the darker of the two yellows. One D is the pale yellow. And then 1E is out of this bright green. It's like the outer covering, you know, of the bud there, whatever that's called. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that my little points here are about in place. Lay that down. There we go. So it's our little bud. And then now we do leaf D2. So the D2 part, because now it covers and kind of hides that bud's peeking out from between those leaves. And leaf E. So E1. So again, follow the edge of the right there, and E2, which is the other green, the darker green. All we have left on those greens is leaf F now. And it kind of comes up, covers the edge of that one, separates those lights. Okay, so now we're going to do all the cathedral window appliques. And no specific order. So I usually just sort of start on one side and I tend to kind of rotate. Okay, all my appliques are in place. I usually just sort of straighten myself back out. Okay, and so, hold on one second. Oh, my daughters.